Hi again, everybody, and welcome to the Thursday edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey with the icon, Mike Smith.
And one of these days you're going to say Aaron Glandon after that.
Well, possibly, but not yet. He's not quite an icon yet.
Oh, his parents might disagree with that. And his grandma, I know, would.
Very, very true. But then she would have many other icons, so she wouldn't want to, She's got more than one grandchild, right?
There's a story in our family. You're the favorite until you're talking to the next one. Aunt Ruth, thinking of you.
All right, coming up here in just a moment, we'll get you caught up to date on what's making news across the Scioto Valley. We have a special video we're going to show you later during sports. Just got permission to air that here in just a bit, and it's impressive. I like it. And we also have a show later today at 12 noon for the Litter Media Game of the Week preview. So that's all just ahead. But first, let's take a look at how the weather's shaping up for today.
Well, this is the last warm day of the week. Cloudy skies today with a high 78. Rain should start moving in late this afternoon or early this evening, and that'll continue on and off through tomorrow morning. That's where things start to cool down. We will see a high tomorrow of 73, but then the weekend through next Tuesday, the daytime highs will only be in the mid to upper 50s, which has been our nighttime lows. Now, I haven't seen a whole lot about the possibility of frost in the evening during that stretch, but that's something we'll look up for tomorrow's show in case you have those precious plants outside you want to protect.
Like my tomato plants?
That would be an example, yes.
Keep an eye on. I may have to pick all those tomatoes.
You just need to eat them all up before they suffer.
Get it taken care of now. All right, coming up, we'll take a look at news. But first, this from Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. As Mike mentioned, we're looking at the colder weather coming this weekend as early as tomorrow. So make sure you have the furnace ready to go. If it's not ready to go and there's an issue, you flipped it over there and suddenly it always has that funny smell.
Oh, it does.
The first time you kick it on. But if that funny smell doesn't go away or it doesn't come on at all, you better give Accurate a call. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It'll take you right to Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing and their website to find out how they can help you, your total comfort advisor. News is next.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. If you go to our website, littermedia.com, you'll see some of what Mike's about to tell you about, but also follow us on Twitter, X, and also Facebook, so we'll keep up to date on the instant information as well.
Yes, sir. Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Central Ohio's Dance for Kids' Sake is coming back to the indoors at Shoemaker Center at Ohio University Chillicothe October 14th. And yesterday, Aaron Alsop and the gang were in.
Yes, and these gals are ready to go. Now, this is just 3 of the dancers that are going to be participating. The one team is Amy Beeler and Caitlin Brown. Some of you, if you didn't see the interview yesterday, you might remember Caitlin Brown. We did a feature on her during Developmental Disabilities Month a couple of years ago, probably 4 years ago. She's also Coach Alan Blue's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see? And the other dancer is Sydney Tackett, who is a CHS graduate, so had an opportunity to chat with these ladies to see what it's like, the experience so far, and if they're ready to go for Saturday. It's a week from this Saturday, and it'll be up at OUC inside Shoemaker Center, and we'll visit with more guests on an edition Monday as well here on Letter Media.
Very good. So keep watching.
By the way, tables are sold out.
Oh, great. That's
sold
fantastic.
out. But you can go to the website, bbbssco.org, and you can cast your vote for the dancers that you'd like and put your financial support out there in that fashion.
That's what they want.
Yes, it's all for the kids.
That's right. Grand opening of Patrick Park, a new neighborhood park located at 27 Wade Street in the 6th Ward of Chillicothe, takes place Thursday, October the 19th between 4:30 and 6:30 p.m. This project was made possible by the property donation of former City Councilwoman Pat Patrick and her family. The property was cleared and greened with a grant secured by the Ross County Land Bank to prepare for the development and creation of the park. The 2023 Trail of Scarecrows is back and in full swing. With nearly 300 scarecrows across Fairfield County, you're sure to fall for this amazing event that's coming up in the Fairfield-Lancaster area.
Was that an intended play on words there?
I think so,
Okay.
yeah. That's why, I kind of did that funny thing. Check out what you should know about the Fairfield County, Ohio Trail of Scarecrows on their Facebook blog. Speaking of scarecrows, the annual Downtown Scarecrow Contest is underway in Chillicothe. That's sponsored each year by the Chamber of Commerce. They had 40 scarecrows that were registered for this year. Judging is going on now through Friday noon, October the 27th. If you would like to vote, it's as simple as going to the Chamber of Commerce website and vote with your like that you see there on Facebook. Starting tomorrow, Haunted Halloween at Dogwood Pass. Dark to midnight each Friday and Saturday nights. Did you do a feature on this or just Dogwood Pass?
I've not been there for the Halloween feature. I on the generic overall video of Dogwood Pass, we put some photos in there from the Halloween experience. But I've only been there during the holidays and during just a regular summertime visit. I got to go see what this is all about.
Gotcha. But I didn't know if it was a Wild West haunted ranch theme or what.
It probably is.
Oh.
It's going to be my guess.
I guess the safe thing is check it out. Find
Yes.
out for yourself.
Go down, and they've got the pavement done. All that's resurfaced to get you down there to, what's the name of the road? Red something road. Red Ridge Road, I think, something like that. It's off of 32 in Pike County.
Yeah.
Just head towards
really.
Beaver and look for the sign that says Dogwood Pass.
Dogwood Pass. That'll get you there for sure. Do you have any old Halloween costumes stashed away in your closet? Well,
Yes.
you can donate any pre-worn costumes and get a new to you costume. I like the way that's worded, new to you, meaning it could be used from somebody else. That's 3 to 5 p.m. Thursday, October 19th at the Chillicothe Ross Main Library Annex. This is an all-ages costume swap. Donate your pre-worn costumes to either the Main or Northside Branch Library Wednesday, October 18th, and you'll get a voucher in return. This week is our 6th anniversary at Litter Media. You got this thing cranked up in the fall of 2017.
Yeah. I left radio on my birthday, started this the next week, and sat down for 2 weeks with Mr. Matt Litter.
Mm-hmm.
We worked side by side to get this up and running. And finally, he says, okay, I'm going to let you go on your own. I said, great, thank you.
Is this the first picture you ever posted? For
This
Litter
is
Media?
one of the early photos that I had taken. And this is a ginkgo tree, according to one of our friends, Carolyn Alt. She was commenting on the photo. And this is in front of the Pixel location. I think they were Gladfelder maybe, or New Page when I took the picture 6 years ago. And so take a look at it. It's one of my favorite trees. Yeah, I mean, when the sun is out, it is the brightest of yellow that you'll ever see. Now, that picture was actually taken in November.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like November 2nd, I think, of 2017. And so the tree has changed a little bit. But when the cold snap hits, like this week, this tree, it's one of those that it's got its leaves and then, boom, they're gone. hits that cold snap, and it's
can't
just
take the cold. It's
Yeah.
kind of like me.
Yeah.
I'm out here. I'm heading to Florida.
It's a Mike Smith tree.
Make like a tree and leave. Is that the old line? Yeah. So happy anniversary, Litter Media, and we've grown.
Yes.
By personnel and
expanded.
medium now to Litter Media Radio.
Yeah, back then we just had a YouTube channel. That was it. And then littermedia.com was a video player is all it was. So in the years since, we started going more on the information side of things. We jumped into, and thank you to our sponsors too. We couldn't have expanded without the assistance of our sponsorship. And so we started utilizing more of our social media pages, and we added Mike Smith, and then we added Aaron Glandon recently, and then we'd also added Litter Media Radio. Yeah. So we're growing.
Yes, leaps and bounds.
Where will it stop? I don't know.
Who knows?
But we're trying to expand and do as much as we can.
Move over, CBS.
All to tell the good news about what's going on in our communities.
Yeah. Another story to tell you about. The Public Utilities Commission of Ohio has issued its special reconnect order for the upcoming heating season. Now, the special reconnect order helps Ohioans served by PUCO-regulated utilities reconnect or maintain electric and natural gas services during the winter heating season in case they get behind on those bills. That runs between October 16th of 2023 and April 15th of 24. So any residential customer of a PUCO-regulated electric or natural gas company may take advantage of the provisions contained in the order once per winter heating season. Road Report takes us over to Highland County today. Work's underway for a resurfacing project on State Route 41 between 138 and the Fayette County line. Work is daily, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. At least one lane of traffic will be maintained during these hours using flaggers, and they're anticipating this work will continue through the fall. And that is your topics for today.
We've talked about Aaron Glandon. We've not introduced you to him yet. However, we did add him to our website. Mm-hmm. So if you want to go to littermedia.com, and this is like almost like a gender reveal thing for a pregnancy. Go to our website, littermedia.com, and where it says Meet Our Team, click on that, and you'll see the director-looking pose that he gives with this movie camera that he's working on. I think that was a project. Was that from Los Angeles? It was his days in California.
Hollywood.
Yes.
But if gender reveal, it's AARON, not ERIN. In case you haven't gotten to his picture yet.
I didn't think about that. So, yeah.
A true gender reveal right here on Litter Media. Yeah.
Careful.
Now, we had Aaron pop in here on camera between us.
Oh, that's right. We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Was I here for that?
Yeah, you were here. Right in between
that's
us.
Right. Yeah. It was kind of like what Jacob Wise did when we were out at VA Memorial Stadium that day.
Yes.
He popped in behind us and all. So, but right now he's behind the scenes.
He's behind the scenes.
But if you missed that episode, you can go to littermedia.com and click on Meet Our Team right now, and it'll take you right there. All right, coming up, a look at sports. We've got a special video we'll share with you in our sports section today. But first, let me tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. If you're looking to clean up around your home, a business you own, or maybe you own properties that you have rental properties, you need to, maybe someone has left and evicted, whichever the case may be, you need a dumpster. Give a call to Scioto Valley Dumpsters at 740-253-8389. Give Carl a call. He will make sure you get a dumpster. Either he'll bring it out himself or have one of his fellas drop it off for you. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. At Rathkamp Financial, we believe in building client relationships for the long term, guiding you through the stages of wealth with a plan and bringing you closer to reaching your financial dreams. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions.
Before we jump into sports, let's say hello to Tashi and Mickey. Also, Aunt Ruth is watching today. Do you call her Aunt Ruth or Grandma
I
Ruth
do,
now?
but it's Grandma for her,
So-
or
so
for
do we-
Aaron, so I don't know. Would it be disrespectful just to say Ruth?
Of course
Since-
it would be.
since it's-
because there's a label there.
We have a
So-
different label for each of
But
Aaron
she's
and
been
I.
a long time known as Aunt Ruth
Aunt Ruth.
during the program.
Kind of like Aunt
so-
B, so we'll just stick with Aunt
Okay,
Ruth.
we'll stick with Aunt Ruth. And also, Scott Lagarde checking in today. William Reed. How you doing, Bill? Along with Amy Beeler, who was on the program yesterday. Rod Nichols checking in.
Hey, Rod.
And, yes, by the way, the reason Tashi is watching is because she's going to see the video of her boy running down the football field here in just a bit.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
yes, sir, go Cavs. All right, but first, where are we starting with sports?
Well, football, our Litter Media Game of the Week preview show, that's up in just about an hour, about noontime. We'll be previewing the Litter Media Radio Game of the Week tomorrow night. Zane Trace at Unioto. That's two of the three teams, Paint Valley being the other, that are unbeaten in conference play.
Should be a good game. I haven't seen either team yet this year.
But you saw the game last year.
I was at the game last year, yes, and it was at Donnybrook. But some of those kids have graduated and gone on. Newt Hoops is back for Unioto, and Carter Langley may not be back. We're not sure just as yet. So we'll hear from both coaches coming up in the show here at noon today. So make sure you join us for that program. And we'll also announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Insurance Player of the Week.
Very good stuff. Staying with high school, Unioto's Charlie Lewis and Logan Elm's Grant Klein have qualified for the Division II Boys State Golf Tournament, while Wheelersburg took the team district championship yesterday at Crown Hill Golf Club up in Pickaway County. Circleville placed third, 7 strokes out of a state qualifying position because they take the top 2 teams and the top 2 individuals on a non-qualifying team. Now, Klein qualified to state thanks to a 2-hole playoff win against 3 other players who tied him at 79 during regulation play. So a little bit of a nail-biter there. I think Brady Gill of Wheelersburg was the overall medalist at 75. Charlie Lewis was 2 strokes back, and then 79 was where they broke off for that number. Actually, technically the second position, but it was the 3rd best overall individual score.
And Steve Lewis is watching right now. I want to take a moment to congratulate Steve. He recently was awarded a certificate from the VA. 1,000 hours of community service already helping the veterans. So thank you. Of course, Steve himself is a veteran, and he's usually on a ship somewhere. But not during golf season.
No, he's
So you
going to be
watch
staying
Charlie
close
golf.
to home. He'll be close to home for the next couple of weeks watching his grandson. Division I girls tennis sectional yesterday. Chillicothe's Bella Flores qualified for district tournament play with 3 separate straight set wins over players from Canal Winchester, Lancaster, and Delaware Hayes. Now, while she's already qualified for district, she will go back to Pickerington this Saturday for the sectional final against Ava Griggs of Canal Winchester. And by the way, Bella's the last of the Chillicothe girls to still be in the hunt for the postseason. In volleyball, big matchup in Southern Ohio last night. Division III South Webster ran their record to 19-0. They went 5 sets with Portsmouth Notre Dame before Notre Dame fell. That's only the 3rd loss of the season for Notre Dame, who is a Division IV team. Very strong likelihood that both of these teams, even though they're in the SOC, they play in different divisions of the SOC. So they'll be both league champions, but they probably will also both be number 1 seeds when volleyball and soccer pairings come out this Sunday. Be checking our website at littermedia.com for those pairings somewhere around 3:30 on Sunday. High school cross country last night, the annual Down on the Farm run at Dunlap Ridge Farm, Westfall boys won the team title. Adina's Ryan Richendaler won the individual race. Huntington girls won the girls meet. I think they only had 3 or 4 girls teams this year, which is down from years past. But Westfall's Caitlin Shipley won the individual girls race. And a highlight that, who knows, this may end up on ESPN before the week's out.
Very well could be.
Junior high football.
Yes, 8th grade last night, Chillicothe and Miami Trace going at it. And I want you to, you're not see this at the start of the video, but watch the closing speed of this kid, Carte Lagan. He takes the ball from the receiver so that a completed pass, but then he catches up with the receiver at about the 3-yard line and takes the ball away from him. Look how quickly he closes in on him and then goes back the other way. Nobody can get a good hit on him to knock him down, and he takes it back to the house for 6 points. A 38-2 win for Chillicothe over Miami Trace. That is a pretty cool play.
8th grader that I think Scott Bartholomew is looking forward to seeing next year.
Amen. And a lot of Cavalier fans will be enjoying watching him go up and down the field as well. So just a youngin', 8th grade. So congratulations. Good job. Keep the studies up as well.
Yeah.
That's from your old Cavalier buddy, Dan.
I noticed last night, we don't have any images for it because we don't have any Ohio teams in the Major League Baseball playoffs, but Milwaukee, who blew the Reds away in the division, they got knocked out last night.
By the Marlins?
By the Marlins. So it was 2 and out.
Wow.
So
how about the Fish?
How things go.
Yeah.
And I think, or was it Arizona that beat him?
I don't know.
I think it was Arizona.
I haven't been watching any baseball at all.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? I've invested so much time in this run for the Reds, and I'm done.
And the kid that was such a good outfielder for the Reds, a fan favorite when he was there, I can think is Castellini. No, that's not it. That's the owner. Started with a C. He's with the Phillies now.
Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, they love him in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a key.
And they loved him in Cincinnati, too.
Had a key hit and a win the other night.
He loved being in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't restructure his and to be honest with you, it probably was a better move for the Reds to let him move on.
Right.
Just because they couldn't afford to keep him, plus everything else they were planning on doing.
Right.
And who knows if Joey will be back. If he will be back in a Reds uniform, I'm fine with that. You can use him as a designated hitter. But where do you put him on the field?
Yeah, well, as a designated hitter, you wouldn't have to. But
precisely.
When you're only hitting your weight,
yeah,
if that, and I don't think he was at the end of the season. I don't know if Joey could hack that.
And I've wondered myself what teams would be interested in having Joey on their team, because first baseman, if it goes back to, the American League, still play the designated hitter position, but I thought to myself, he's not done, but
he's 40.
Who would want to invest in him?
I mean, 40's young for life, but not on,
right.
professional sport. I wonder if he's interested in being an instructor, coaching for the Reds.
Yeah, anyway. I don't see why not.
I think they'd love to have him if he's
17 years in a Reds uniform.
Yeah.
And we saw Johnny Bench do that,
And now that he's talking, Garbo speaks.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get him on TV. Who knows? Yeah.
For the younger people in the audience, Garbo speaks. Silent movies.
Yes.
With Greta Garbo, right?
Oh.
Okay. All right. Coming up, this date in history, the Litter Media Wayback Machine goes to.
Staying with the Native American theme from 1877. If you did much history, he has a quote that we're going to give that you probably have heard of. Stay tuned.
Right. This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
You asked, we delivered. New Mike's Hard Lemonade Zero Sugar. Zero sugar. Amazing taste. Years in the making. Now that's a drink worthy of the name Mike.
Turn the microphones on. Indian theme for the This Date in History feature.
1877, Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce people surrenders to U.S. General Nelson Miles in the Bear Paw Mountains of Montana, declaring, here's the quote, "Hear me, my chiefs. My heart is sick and sad. From where the sun now stands, I will fight no more forever," unquote. Earlier in the year, the U.S. government broke a land treaty with the Nez Perce, forcing the group out of their homeland into the Northwest for relocation to Idaho. In the midst of their journey, Chief Joseph learned that 3 young Nez Perce warriors had been killed as a band of white settlers basically got into an area where they weren't supposed to be. Fearing retaliation by the U.S. Army, the chief began one of the great retreats in American military history. But I will fight no more forever. That was a very famous quote by Chief Joseph.
It's very difficult to try and analyze all of that because we see the progress is made over our years as a country, but to see a Native American people pushed out, it's still not a proud moment in our history.
Yeah, we've had great moments.
Yes.
Those were not some of our great moments.
Precisely. We do have no radio moment, but we do have a picture of the day.
Oh.
And this occurred yesterday as I got home from work, and baby Amelia, Miss Amelia, she's now known as, but for the first 3.5 years of her life, it was baby Amelia. She decided, I want some ice cream, and we had ice cream cones, and so here's the photo when Missy says, "Give him the eyes," and so she gave me the eyes, popped them out there for us, but she was wearing that ice cream all over that face. Kids are great.
Truth be known, she's seen Grandpa look like this, so that's why she looks like this.
Now, are you saying this is a learned trait?
I think
is that
so.
the deal?
Yeah, she's watched you eat too.
Well, we were both eating our ice cream cones at the same time, and I was having trouble getting through mine just because of laughter. And I said, "Wait, I got to take a picture of this." So, some things need to be documented, and that was one of them.
That was one of them right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I recall not having grandchildren, and I was told by Jim Day, Pat Highland, and Dana Cousins, whenever we would go out on our ball game retreats, they would say, "Wait till you have grandkids. It'll be the best thing you've ever experienced." And I had no clue. And I always wanted a grandson, didn't get a grandson, but I had no idea that this little one would steal my heart the way she has, and the other 2 granddaughters we have as well. So just fantastic.
Now I just have to talk with Dan Jr. As to what all he has to undo when you send her home. Because that's what I've always been told. The grandparents spoil them, and then you send them home.
Yeah. Problem with it is, Dan Jr. was an only son, and so he gets his sense of humor from me, which I got my sense of humor from my dad and my brothers, and that has trickled down to his kids.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of fun. That's all part of the goodness.
Yeah.
All right, coming up here at noon, we're back at it, the Litter Media Game of the Week preview show. That will be our game this week at Unioto with the Zane Trace Pioneers and the Tanks of the Sherman Tanks of Unioto.
Yep.
So that's coming up in just a bit. Stick close.